Keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with the remote teaching and a learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students. Hello, students. I, Miss Radhika Yadav, teaching at Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College, once again here with you, dealing with Civics of Standard 7, Chapter 2, Preamble to the Constitution, Part 2. So in the previous video, Part 1, we had covered the topic Introduction, Sovereign State, Socialist State, and Secular State. Now further topics we'll see in this video. Democratic states. The democratic principles are highest with the provisions of universal adult franchise, elections, fundamental rights, and responsible government. So in democracy, the sovereign power is in the hands of the people. Government makes decisions and draws up policies in keeping with the people's wishes, and government has to take important financial, social, and other decisions to promote common welfare. So all the people are not able to come together and take such decisions on a day-to-day basis. So that is why elections are conducted after a fixed period when voters elect their representatives, and these sit in the institutions created by the constitution like the parliament or legislature and the executive, and they take decisions for the entire population as per the procedure laid down by the constitution. Next we have is republic. So the preamble also declared India as a republic. That means that the head of the state is the president, who is indirectly elected, and he is not a hereditary ruler. Along with being a democracy, we are a republic. So all the people positions in a republic are elected by the people. No public position is occupied on the basis of hereditary succession. So the position like the president, the prime minister, the governor, the chief minister, the mayor, the sarpanch, etc. are public positions. So any Indian citizen fulfilling the prescribed age criterion can get himself or herself elected to any of these positions. So in a monarchy, these positions may be occupied by members of a single family following the principle of heredity. So the preamble has guaranteed the Indian citizens the three values of justice, liberty, and equality. So it has enjoined upon the Indian citizens to practice these values and make laws in keeping with these values. So let's understand these values. Justice. Justice promises to give people what they are entitled to in terms of basic rights to food, clothing, housing, participation in the decision making, and living with dignity as human beings. So justice implies removal of injustice and ensuring that everybody has the opportunity for progress. Establishing justice is adopting such policies that will promote public good. So three types of justice are talked of in the preamble. They are as follows. Social justice. So there should be no discrimination among individuals on the basis of caste, creed, race, language, region, place of birth, or sex. As human beings, all have the right to the same dignity and respect, the same status in the society. Economic justice. Poverty leads the evils of hunger, deaths, or malnourishment. If poverty is to be eradicated, everyone should have the right to a source of livelihood, so as to look after oneself and one's family. Our constitution has given the right to every citizen without any discrimination. Political justice. So we have adopted universal adult franchise to enable equal participation in the running of the country. So accordingly, all citizens completing 18 years of age have the right to vote in elections. Liberty. The preamble also mentions about liberty of thoughts and expression. These freedoms have been guaranteed in the Constitution through the fundamental rights. So, liberty implies that there should be no cursive or unfair restrictions upon us, and that there should be an atmosphere conducive to the development of our inherent capacities. In a democracy, citizens enjoy liberty. In fact, a democracy becomes mature only if citizens enjoy freedom. And freedom of thoughts and expression is the most fundamental freedom for an individual. Everyone is free to express their own views and opinions. A give and take of ideas enhances the spirit of cooperation and unity amongst us. Similarly, it also enables us to understand the various dimensions of any problem. The liberty of belief, faith, and worship implies religious freedom. Every Indian citizen is free to act as per the teachings of their religion or the religion of their choice. So it implies the freedom of celebrating the festivals and the freedom of faith and worship. Equality. Equality means all citizens of India should be treated equally and extended equal protection of law without any discrimination based on caste, creed, birth, religions, etc. The preamble guarantees the Indian citizens an equality of status and of opportunity. So it means that all have equal human status and there will be no discrimination based on caste, creed, race, sex, place of birth, etc. The guarantee of equal status means not to discriminate between people in terms of high, low, superior, inferior. The preamble has given great importance to equality of opportunity as well. So, all will get the opportunities for development without any discrimination. The preamble to our constitution refers to a unique ideal or principle. It is the goal of promoting fraternity among the citizens and to assure the dignity of the individual in the society. Fraternity. In the background of India's multilingual, multicultural, and multi-religious society, and keeping in view the partition of the country, the framers of the constitution were very much concerned about the unity and integrity of our independent country. Inclusion of phrases like dignity of individuals, fraternity among people, and a unity and integrity of the nation in the preamble highlights such a need. The makers of the constitution believed that the merely guaranteeing justice, freedom, and equality would not lead to establishing equality in the Indian society. No amount of laws would help us to achieve these goals if fraternity is lacking among Indians. Hence, the promotion of fraternity has been included in the preamble as a goal. Fraternity implies we feeling towards one another. It creates a feeling of empathy. People becomes more understanding towards each other, problems and needs. So fraternity is closely related to human dignity, and human dignity implies equal respect to each individual as a human being. It does not depend on the criteria of caste, creed, race, sex, language, etc. Just as we would like to be treated with dignity and respect by others, we should also treat others with the same dignity and respect. So when every individual respects another and honors their freedom and rights, dignity of the individual will get established. So, in such an atmosphere, fraternity will grow automatically. The task of bringing about a new society based on the values of justice and equality will be facilitated. The preamble to the Constitution of India guides us to this very goal. So, the preamble ends up with a mention of the fact that the people of India have given the Constitution to themselves. Thank you.